Welcome. This is a Kiln Reveal video from March 14th. I fired a lot of people's pottery. There's some of Robin's pottery. She's a potter that rents space out in the kiln. This is from Cone Academy. That's my personal mug that I made. You can barely see it, but it says C on it, S-E-E. You can kind of see how I have a half shelf set up. There's a little mug. There's kind of a square bowl. And I'm kind of taking the stilts off as I go. So if people glaze the bottom, then I use stilts so it doesn't stick to the kiln shelf. And they're pretty much stuck on. So the glaze kind of forms around the metal of the stilts. And you kind of have to pull it off sometimes. Sometimes it just sits very lightly on it. Other times you have to kind of give it a jerk. I'm wearing my gloves because the pottery is kind of warm. I say it's around 100 degrees, and usually I would wait for it to cool all the way, but man, I've got to fire more stuff immediately. So I'm wearing gloves. Everything's a little slippery in the gloves, but they're heat resistant gloves. Another little teacup. So in this batch, I do have a Saturday workshop that I fired stuff for where I taught them, and on Saturday, 2 Saturdays in a row, and they made stuff, and there's some more Robin's stuff right there. But so they made stuff. The cone school needed to glaze stuff, so I showed up and we glazed it. And there's a few other pieces in there. One of mine, of course, you've already seen. But here you can see a shelf just sitting there empty. And so I stacked the shelves on top of each other based on the space that those items under that shelf need. So this is kind of the middle shelf. I've got kind of medium-sized items, and then on the bottom shelf I have smaller items. That allows me to use the whole top of the kiln for bigger items if I need to. A lot of beautiful pieces. That's from the Cone School in Denton. Interesting bowls. It's also interesting that you get a high school class full of students the same age, the same grade, and they all make absolutely different and unique pieces. I see that across the spectrum of all people that have been in my workshops, is that everything is unique and creative and different and kind of equally valuable in its own right. Yeah, another little vessel that I pulled the stilts off of. Just kind of working as I go here. And I hope you learn more from this video about pottery and about firing it and about the kiln. And about me and my business and the way I take care of things. Oh, a little heart with little hearts painted on it. A little teacup. Look at all the different colors and different shapes. Yeah, it's hot. Be careful. Taking out another shelf, and now we're down to the bottom, the first floor of the kiln. A lot of pretty things down here, and unique. Well, I'm going to let you keep watching, but thanks for watching. Thanks for checking this out. And I hope you learned something, and I hope it might get you interested in doing some pottery. Thanks. Bye. Slippery.
Is that everything?